Just your initial assessments after game one.
You know, there's always good and bad things to correct, things that you try to praise, and you know, I think we made a lot of plays. We had some explosive plays. We made plays down the field, which was exciting to see, and then we weren't consistent enough in finishing the drives, whether that was a play call, you know, a penalty, something, lack of execution to stop the drive. We just didn't finish those drives, and we all would have, you know, felt like we played a pretty complete game if we would do that. Turnover in there at the end of half is something that we've got to try to eliminate those things, but I think you see we've got some talent and we've got some guys that are playmakers, and we did some positive things.
It's kind of like being up in the booth, feeling like riding a bike again, or were there a little nerves for that first time in a while?
Yeah, I think there's, you know, you're always excited and anxious, and you hear players talk about it all the time. As soon as the game starts, all that's gone, because now your mind is in the moment at hand, right? But obviously I was excited about the opportunity to call plays again, thankful for that opportunity, and but you know, it's not the first time, so it wasn't a new experience, but I'm glad to be doing it, fortunate to be doing it.
What are the biggest areas do you feel like you need to improve in the run game from week 1 to week 2?
You know, I think that East Carolina did a lot of good things up front to make it challenging for our guys, and it was kind of a feast or famine game. We had some explosives and started off good, but it's the consistency and staying off of edges, and me trying to put them into the best look for a run that I possibly can.
How did being upstairs kind of change your communication with CJ, kind of in game and making adjustments, kind of based on last year?
It's really, I'm talking to him straight through his headset during the whole drive, so that communication is the same. The difference is obviously in between series where we can't sit down and see each other face to face, and Matt Sims is doing that for me now, and he does a great job. Matt and I have been together since 2010, 11, so he knows, you know, we're all on the same page with that, so Matt's helping with those things. But it's what you lose being in the box is the emotions of the game, the intensity of the game, the look in a player's eyes. Is he feeling good right now? Is he not feeling good? Do I need to bring him back? Is it confidence? Is it correcting something? Those things you miss. But you know, I learned from Cut a long time ago, and you can just see so much better. I haven't called it from on the field. I've called scrimmages on the field, and you just don't see as well. I don't care what anybody says. You're not going to see as well. The other things are the positives from being down on the field.
Is CJ's progression as a quarterback a little quicker than maybe most in your estimation, the way he's progressing?
I think, yes. Yes, to answer your question, but even more than that, I think it was where he was when he got here, too. He's played football at such a high level for so long. He was coached really well in a passing offense at a really competitive high school, obviously an elite high school. And so you know, he came in pretty far along, and I've said it, you know, a lot. There's a lot of people that can throw a football. There's not many that can pass a football. And passing the football incorporates 22 moving parts, a concept, a protection, a defensive coverage, a defensive pressure, and you've got to make a split decision in 2.8 seconds, and his brain does that. He sees that, and you know, I'm fortunate to coach him.
We've heard a lot about Teddy Hoffman this offseason, but seeing that jump for him in week 1, you know, what were your thoughts on his play?
Well, it was impressive. The plays that he made, you can see how strong he is at the point of catch. His hands are really good. You know, I think he's powerful. He can separate. He can change directions. But again, I go back to a guy that's played high-level football for a long time, been in a lot of competitive situations for a long time. So, you know, while college football is different, the game day didn't shock him. It wasn't too big for him.
What are your first initial thoughts on Virginia, and was it interesting where you could see the game through the mindset of maybe Tim Beck a little bit?
You know, obviously, you know, Tim is hired a new offense coordinator, so it's a new system. So it's not exactly what Tim did here that I was a part of, but you know, those relationships help with communication and things. But I think they're really physical. I think they play hard. I think they're heavy up front. I think they compete. You look at what they were able to do in their first game, shows you that they've got a talented football team.
Just like that for Coach Rote.
Thank
Thank you.